What's up, VG here. Welcome back to another video. I'm going to do something called my top 10 hardest bosses in Jak 2. Actually, no, not in Jak 2, in all the Jak games. So, top 10 hardest bosses in the Jak trilogy game. Okay? So here it is. Number 10 is the Panda King. I know that's not in Jak 2, but I meant top 10 bosses in any game at all, basically. Yeah. It's top 10 bosses, hardest bosses in any game. Number 10 is the Panda King. That's from Sly. The reason I chose him because he's not so much hard. He's just tedious. But it's more tedious than it is hard. But I did beat him first time when I first played it. And he was pretty easy. I mean, but I just chose him because maybe that's because I just liked him that much. Number 9 is Golem Maya. I chose Golem Maya because that's from Jak and Daxter, the first one, and I like them because they're a fun boss to beat. They're a fun boss to beat, and I had lots of fun beating them. Number 8 is Giant Carmelita. That's from, of course, Sly. And she had this the Dark Mask of Earth, I think it was called. And when she put it on, she became massive. And she was not so hard to beat, but it was kind of tricky. Let's say that. Number 7 was Miss Ruby. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's basically a crocodile who in the game, she gives you the shapes of on the controller, and you have to press it before it gets to you, and if you don't, you get zapped basically. So she was alright. She wasn't too hard, but she was a little bit hard. Number 6 is Core. Now I chose Core because he's the final boss in Jak 2. He is okay, spoilers if you haven't played this game. He's the Metalhead leader, and you help him in the beginning of the game, but you don't know it's him until later on in the game. But the first time I played that, I was so mad that I actually helped that low-life prick. I didn't know he was the Metalhead leader until it actually happened. Number 5 is Crew. Now I chose Crew because he's a really fun boss to beat, but when he sends out his little green clones of himself, that's hard. That's hard to get away from all because he sends out too many at one time. Number 4 is Baron Praxis, the Tomb, the Mouse Tomb to be exact. You find him in the palace as well, but the Tomb. I'll say the Tomb is harder because the first time is in his palace, and the second time is in the tomb. So the second time is much harder than the first time, basically because of he's determined to get the Precursor Stone, and in the end he does get it, but you do get it back at one point. I don't know. I can't remember how though. I don't know where either as well. Number 3 is I hated this boss, Cyber Errol. The reason I hate him is because he I thought he died in number 2 when he plowed into at the end of the championship race in the class first race. He plowed into the Multiply Eco. I thought he died there, but it turns out he didn't. He was still alive, which I was kind of surprised. I was kind of shocked about that. I didn't know that. I didn't know how that could be possible. Number 2 is Clockwork. He's from Sly. I chose Clockwork because he is so hard. He was one of the hardest ones ever. Not the hardest, but one of the hardest. That's why I chose him as number 2. And the honorable mention is Dimitri. I'm not sure I can't remember what game you fight him in, but I know you fight him in one game, and he's funny. I like his accent, and Dimitri's just such a good boss to beat. It's fun in a way, and also when in the cutscene, he's there's one part there he's actually pretty funny, and I just love it. Number one, the final one is Clockla. She's now when I played this game on the PS2, it was easy to beat because the sounds were in sync with the game, but on the PS3 version, the sounds were nowhere in sync with the game, so it was hard to memorize the pattern. So that's why I chose that as number one. But I guess that wraps up for another video. Leave kind of let me know what which one you would have chosen for number one. If any of mine match any of yours, and if you have any others that I missed. Click subscribe, it's somewhere around me, whoever it is, just click it, leave a thumbs up. Love you all so much, thanks for watching, I'll see you again, because I'm recording one more, but until then, peace.